welcome and engage with the community. It's here at Fu Lin's Asian Cuisine.
Great to meet you all, and hopefully we can meet, in the future or later after this. But thank you for coming to my family restaurant.
I'm so excited to be here, and as an educator, I don't get nervous in front of many groups, but I don't think I've ever spoken to a room of COOs, CEOs, entrepreneurs, people in multiple businesses. So just take that for what it is. We're going to think tonight about building businesses, which I'm sure you've all given a lot of thought to, and hearing important stories. So this is going to be a night about stories, and I'd like you to start with your story. Like everyone just kind of think of either your life story or your business story and some elements of that matter to you. We'll explore the challenges and opportunities. And because I work for a nonprofit facing history and ourselves, if you are so inclined, it would be great. I think this only asks you for your name and whether or not you want to be added to our email, which we're an education organization, so I completely understand if you don't want to, but our grant funders love to know how many people were in the room, and that would help us a lot if you would scan that or just fill out one of those blue cards at my table afterward. Also, I'll do a little drawing at the end of this for t-shirts, tumblers, but I would love everyone to take a pen on the way out. I brought enough pens, I think, for everyone. And it was in the days when Metro Nashville Public Schools handed English, as an English teacher, handed English teachers, set a test and said, teach this, but no curriculum, just teach this, right? And they handed me Elie Wiesel's memoir, Night. He's a Holocaust survivor.
As her school principal, I share basic history opportunities with all of us. I've seen the results. I know that it works. This programming and leadership opportunities and the curriculum that was being studied gave a voice to all of my students.
When you come to face history, you have to do a lot of basically soul searching, things about finding your identity. The important part of life is knowing who you are and why you're that kind of person.
I saw students who walked into my classroom timid and afraid because they were different or because they did not think the same as anyone else.
It pretty much opens your eyes, not only your eyes, your heart, it expands your mind. So that not just think about yourself anymore, you think about the people around you.
And she says of Facing History, we should call this organization How to Be Better Humans. And so I'm thankful to be in a room with you all and be able to share just that little bit about our organization. I am here, you saw our mission in the video, and notice that we are facing history in ourselves. Every student will start with their own identity, as Brandon did, and so I want us to get to that. Right before we get to that, I'll be available afterward if you want to talk about our organization, look at our resources. There are many ways that businesses partner with us as a nonprofit. And in this city, your educational connections could matter a lot to me in particular as I'm focused on growing the work here. But there are many ways that we've even partnered with Brandon already. I'd like you to think for a moment before we start the panel discussion. Do you have a visual image that represents growing your business or that represents the identity of your business? and I'm not talking about your logo, right, because you all have that, but do you have some visual image that that you could go to in your mind? Let's just share at your tables. If you have some visual that represents your growth or that you bring to mind the hope and inspiration of your business or your business's identity, share that with someone nearby you. Can we take just 30 seconds to share? I'd love to hear what are some challenges you faced and what are some triumphs? Maybe amid those challenges you've seen triumphs. And again, Brandon, if anything you want to chime in on either of those questions as well.
Well, the first challenge I would say was so I got engaged to my wife after 3.5 months, and 2 weeks after that is when I told her I'm leaving the practice of law and going into the restaurant business. So I'm going into the family business, no longer wearing suits to work and washing pots and pans for a living. So and by the way, congratulations on getting married to somebody you really don't know. I tease her all the time now, so if I only knew you for 6 months, we never would have gotten married. We've been married for 24 years now, so and that in and of itself is a triumph. We even had a marriage counselor one time tell us we needed to get a divorce. This is before I was saved. We did not have God center in our lives because I wasn't a Christian, but we also she was the spiritual leader of the house, and that creates all sorts of confusion. So that was so overcoming that was probably the biggest triumph we had all throughout the working part of that.
The biggest challenge is trying to I guess maintain because us I would say kitchen people, growing up in kitchens and restaurants, people are very sensitive. We tend to just people, and so just dealing with people. That's really the biggest challenge. Yeah.
The challenge of business today is out of the house, how to sell your food. What is one thing you like to impart to the rest of us in marketing that you found will be best for you?
In marketing?
All right, so yes, the restaurant business has a high turnover rate, and you got to recognize that people choose the restaurant industry mostly because it's either their first job or because they made some really bad choices in their life, and so as a result, we do have that. But the marketing for me comes from providing what you do in-house as well. It's not, you get more word of mouth, more conversation based off of, and that's where your marketing is. I can place ads, I can do that. I love the expression, 50% of all marketing works, you just don't know which 50% of it works. And that's true. I mean, we do everything, whether we show up on TV, make something on TV. I think we're going to be on Channel 2 coming up soon on something that we're doing, my wife and I are doing with that. There's, we'll do the graffiti ads that you see in bathrooms. I mean, and you don't really know exactly what's working. We social media, all that stuff is there. And I'm certain some of it works, and I'm certain the repetition of it works. And when you look at propaganda throughout the years, what makes propaganda work? It's the repetition of symbols, it's the repetition of messages, etc., whether it's good, bad, or just indifferent. So I do think that's where some of the success is, but the reality is if you don't provide good food, you don't provide good service, then you're just going to market yourself out of business. And so, I can advertise all you want, but if somebody doesn't want to come back, it doesn't do any good, and they're going to tell everybody else. So, in reality it's good service. You did my eyes. If you did a bad job on my eyes, do you think I'm going to sit here and say, oh, wow, you need to go see him? No. I mean, and I heard about you. I didn't see an ad that you placed and say, oh, well, I'm going to go there, because obviously it makes the most sense that the guy who dances should cut in my eyes. So where I got it from was that everybody told me you were the best, and that's what I wanted to do. So I heard it from that. And so that's really your true marketing, and that's really the true success of marketing in my eyes.
Yeah, I was gonna say the same thing. Food and service, right? That's two of the. That's the industry that we're in. So you got great food, you gotta provide the service. Make sure that they leave with a good experience. And as far as marketing wise, you know, you want to sell things that are like in demand. You don't want to just have to make up something to sell that thing, right? It's so a lot of research will be done in the background to figure that out, and that goes with any business, and that's really a business principle, I think.
And there are many things that can go up here. I'm not sure Faith is up here, beliefs is up there, but Faith is not up there. There are many things that could go into creating identities, individual identities, and business identities. I promise if you will do this, I've been trying to get Brandon to do this a long time. I don't think he's done it. But if you will do it, he did it. He did it as a teenager because we did it in my class. He hasn't done it for his business, I don't think. Okay, take one and pass it down, friends. This is what I call a starter's identity chart. This identity chart asks you to list, maybe list your business in the middle of it here. Just take one and pass it around. I'm kind of some work on that. And then those arrows going out are the characteristics that you use to describe your business. Okay? How do you see your business? What characteristics do you wish your business had? The arrows going in are what are the words and phrases that others use to describe you. And you may or may not know, depending on how long you've been in business, how much criticism you've drawn, et cetera, or praise, et cetera, et cetera. How do others see your business? And I think taking time to reflect on that business identity by asking questions around like, where am I misunderstood? By whom am I misunderstood? By whom is my business misunderstood? I promise you, this is what I love about Facing History. We slow down and do these things in class. And if you would spend 20 minutes reflecting on this, I think some important things will come up for you and for how you want to choose to participate in making our world better through your business. But I would like Alex Okabu to come see me after the December Indonesian March. I have gifts for you to choose from, and would love to talk with anyone else about arts with us. Thank you all so much. You've been a great audience, and I hope to join you again. You've had some exciting panels and forums that I would love to